Listen, people are dropping like flies out there.
Good evening! People are dropping like flies from a mysterious killer called Unknown Cause of Death.
They're dropping like flies. The person wrote me and said this dude had stolen my bit.
I wanted to start off with some really funny truther news. So JP used a common phrase, dropping like flies, that Apocalypse Now uses. And one of Apocalypse fans basically reported it to him all Marxist style. You know, this dude ripped you off. And I just got to say how funny it is that even the truther community is affected by these underlying Marxist tactics that we have playing out in our society right now. Sesame Street deleted over 200 episodes. I know, you're probably mumbling, who cares about Sesame Street, really? Parents. You know, my mini-me loves Sesame Street. And that's her only love, so I can't take it away from her. But the episodes shrunk from 650 to 456. Out of the 52 seasons of Sesame Street, most of this was taken from older seasons. HBO says it's because they're changing their program lineup because of Discovery Plus. Are we going to find these episodes on Discovery Plus? Because the articles didn't really mention that, so how does Discovery Plus play into it other than distracting you? So what do I think is going on with Sesame Street? Propaganda. Sesame Street is heavily influenced by propaganda, and it makes sense that their show would be influenced differently in the different seasons by different propaganda, because people in the 70s grew up with different propaganda than the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. We have all grown up experiencing a different level of propaganda, and that's part of our generational differences, is we don't understand each other because we're not being fed the same BS. We're being fed slightly different BS. When my kid's watching Sesame Street, I like when she'll watch the older episodes because they focus on ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and children playing together. You know, community and learning. New episodes of Sesame Street focus on things like shots, virtual learning, and Illuminati signs. That's right, yeah. The Illuminati, when they do their part on Sesame Street, when they show up and do their little dance, do their little song, they always make sure to throw out a sign that says, "I'm Illuminati," just like Mr. Biden always does. When these people speak, they gotta let their peers know. On this channel, we're going to be referencing the NWO a lot. So the New World Oreos, as I like to call them. Whenever you see the little icon in the corner saying New World Oreos, that's just me saying this is part of the NWO agenda. Agenda is a good word for it. It kind of goes to Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050. Has anybody read those? Aren't they great reads? Right? When I told a friend about New World Oreos, they told me, well, yeah, that makes sense since they literally are part of it. And they forwarded me this article by Business Insider. I would have never thought that an article like this would be in Business Insider. But of course it is, because they always have to tell you the truth somewhere, somehow. And if you ignore it, that's on you. And that's kind of the premise of everything today, is you have the option to say, this is crazy, this isn't possible. But when you ignore facts, you're going against what is, and there are going to be consequences for that. So I had this plan to cover this, and I see now a couple kind of truther or true news channels have covered this, but I'm going to go ahead and just drop this one anyway, okay? So there is an AI rapper called FN Mika that's been canceled for apparently being a bad representation of Black people. And this AI rapper had 500,000 Spotify subscribers. Shame on y'all, okay? Shame on you for listening to AI. Even singers are going to be taken over by AI in the future. This just proves the agenda of everything becoming a robot or some form of technology. We're not even going to have singers anymore if we're going to be following AI rappers and AI singers and things like that. I mean, the whole thing's ridiculous to me to even think that this existed to begin with and that this many people were following them. I've been wanting to start this channel for a while. I've been part of what I guess you could say is the truther community for almost a year now. And I know to some of you, it's like, oh yeah, you little baby, welcome. Oh, you're so new. I know, I'm new. Okay. But hear me out. I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of research to present. And I'm pretty new to editing videos. So I'm hoping that you'll like, subscribe, give me feedback, and allow me the chance to make my editing skills better. It's going to take a little bit, but bear with me. I feel like you're going to enjoy the content when we get there. And also, I have a Telegram channel that I've been placing a lot of news and research that I find in. I'm going to share that with you all soon.